Hi, it's Dr. Sarah Gordon of the PhD Journey Unplugged Podcast. And I thought I would get on here real quick today. I'm actually getting ready to travel. Got some warm travel clothes on here. And you can see my little Jack Russell in the back there. That's Louie. He knows I'm getting ready to travel. Sees my suitcase, and dogs are so sweet. They have so much love, unconditional love to give us. I have a chocolate lab here on the floor right by my side too. Her name's Macy. So anyhow, as I get ready for this trip, I wasn't sure I was going to record. Not really, just jumping on here, hoping I have a good message to give you as I head out. And then I thought, you know what? I think I do. I just saw something come up on my LinkedIn feed about burnout. And quite frankly, I haven't traveled in many years when I was a PhD student and suffered a lot of burnout in that journey. And so I launched this podcast to talk about mental health and physical health and social emotional health and burnout. And started this last May, and it's been just a great journey. I just recently had on my former classmate and my friend and colleague, Dr. Rayhan Tahir, and we talked about the power of hope, and that was episode 34. And I kind of wanted to take my time in launching another episode because I felt like that particular episode was so powerful, and he had so much great wisdoms to share on it. So I hope if you're listening to me today, I hope you had an opportunity to listen to episode 34 with Dr. Tahir. Looking forward to him coming back on the show in the new year as well. But as I share on this platform, and it's always important to me to say and to share with you that all the information is for general informational purposes only, based on my personal experiences, my professional and academic experiences, and it's not meant to be professional advice. So just like to make that clear. But anyhow, so here I am. I am getting ready to travel overseas, and I'm going to see my son who moved overseas. And this is a big deal for me. I haven't done this in a long time. Definitely stepping outside my comfort zone. I'm doing a lot of the things that I've talked about on past episodes in this moment in my life. I'm excited, but I'm definitely, it's new, and I'm looking forward to the adventure. I'm looking forward to seeing new things and experiencing new things. I think that's so important for us to allow ourselves time and space to learn new things, to experience new things, to give us opportunities to breathe and to enjoy life and to play a little bit. I think in the PhD journey, you're so focused on the work, and a lot of times it fits in around your life. You don't get a lot of time to balance and to play and to go on vacations. And I mean, one year, I think as a family, we went down to Florida, and I sat in the hotel lobby, working on my doctoral work. And I know if you're getting your PhD, you understand what I'm talking about. And even if you're not, if you're, whatever you're involved in your life, sometimes it takes effort to really push yourself to get outside of that world and go and play and enjoy life and let yourself float a little bit through life. So I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take a break from everything. I'm leaving my laptop at home, which is a big deal for me. My laptop was like my fifth appendage, like a third arm or something for me for a long time. And I wouldn't go anywhere without my laptop. And I'm going to do that with the encouragement of my sister-in-law, who said, just leave it all home and go have a good time. So that's what I'm going to do. I look forward to being back on here next week. I'll share about my trip. Hopefully, I'll pick up some wonderful inspirations to share on the podcast. But something I wanted to read, I just read this morning. I'm going to read it off my monitor here because I think it's important. Because I think as we head into the holidays, there's a lot of pressure on us to buy gifts and to be present, and maybe you have your family, you have a large family or your blended family, and your pressures to be in different places at different times. I know that feeling from years ago. And so wherever you are, this is a beautiful time of year, the holiday season. It can be magical, but it can be tiring too. And I just don't want you to suffer burnout because I know what it feels like from different angles of my life. So I read this morning, and it just says, burnout doesn't always show up as collapse. You can still be performing and feel burnout, still delivering, still handling it all, and yet you feel more drained than the work explains. And the author of this, I should mention, is a PhD scientist. And she writes, that was me. I had arrived in a new season. I had evolved. Working in the lab was no longer aligned with who I had become. The role didn't change, but I had changed. As a career strategist, I call this seasonal misalignment. When the season you're in no longer matches the role you're in. Your responsibilities stay the same, but you have changed. Your values have shifted. Your lifestyle has shifted. Your priorities have shifted. The work has not. And your energy starts to leak in ways that are hard to name. It is subtle. It is gradual. Seasonal misalignment burnout is not collapse. It is a signal that your life season has changed and your work needs to catch up. Listening to that truth changed everything for me. And I never thought about it as seasonal misalignment. I also read something recently, kind of similar message about when you go through hard things like a PhD, or whatever, goal that you're working on that requires hard work and dedication and discipline and consistency. It can be an athletic goal, it can be an academic goal, it can be a professional goal, it could be a personal health goal. When you go through it and you allow yourself to go through something like that, you come out changed. You don't fit. You don't fit in that anymore. The person that I was before I started my doctorate, I don't fit there anymore. I'm here. I'm now. I'm a different person. And Marilyn used to say when she was on the podcast with me, be grateful for your hard, right? Sometimes that hard changes us and for the better. And it gives us more depth and perspective and clarity on life. However, with that, we need to find time as well to play and to enjoy our lives. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to fly overseas. I'm going to England and I'm going to go see my son and I'm going to enjoy floating around England. It's cold there. And I think it's going to be raining, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be together and I'm super excited. And I'm excited to come back on here next week and share with you about everything that I experience and all the lessons that this adventure will bring into my life. I wish everybody a wonderful week. I'm always grateful to have this opportunity. There's my little Louie, and I even had the blanket on the sofa today, so you get to see a little bit more of a real look at what my life looks like. Um, so I hope you appreciate that. And yeah, I'll be back. And I look forward to growing together in 2026, and growing in the health promotion space and growing in my message and helping you grow too, along this journey. I call it the PhD journey, but you know what? It's a life journey. It really is. And I'm going through it too, just like you guys. So be safe, and I will be back. I'm going to unplug for a week, and I wish everybody the absolute best. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me today, or whenever you get a chance to listen to this episode. All right. Bye bye.